Welcome, everyone. I did not know this, but I sort of figured it was the case. That Shane McMahon actually did injure himself. He pulled his quad, and then I started thinking, man, I remember a lot of times where some other people have been pulling some quads after seemingly, almost doing practically what looked like nothing. Remember, Mustafa, I'm French first and foremost. So if I botch, whatever, the English language, you'll have to deal with it. Okay, let's just get into it. 3 links down below to credit the 3 places where I got the footage from. Let's take a look at The Miz with Shane McMahon. Right here. Hop. Boom. Right there. Doesn't look like much. But he pulled it. Just like that. Like when I saw that, there was just something about it where I was like, you know what? This is the real deal. Not only that, and it's kind of a cheating thing, I even knew that before she X'd it. When they do the X, I don't think I've ever seen the X where it was like a fake thing. So that's usually how you can tell that it's the real deal. Now let's go and take a look at his daddy, Vincent Kennedy McMahon. And this comes from the Royal Rumble in 2005. Now, apparently, the left quad was torn as he tried to stand up in the ring. But I think he had already injured it, and then the person also says the right quad actually tore when he walked unassisted back up the ramp and stepped through the curtain, and he was actually in a wheelchair for months. So right here, pay very, very close attention if you want to go back in time here. Right there. Fell on the ground, just in a lot of pain, and he refused to sort of sell it. He's just sitting there. And I remember seeing this live, and I was just like looking at the look on his face as he's just sitting there. And I was like, that seems a little bit odd. You just like run in and then you're like, so, what would you like to talk about there, Chief? Right? You just kind of know something is going on. And same thing happened on Monday Night Raw in May of 2001. Monday Night Raw in 2001. I think it was in May. Who cares the month? Right here, we've got Triple H bonking Chris Jericho in the back of the noggin. But look what happens here. Right there, highlighted. He landed a little bit awkwardly. It didn't look like much. But he actually went on to finish the match. And Chris Jericho asked him, what do you want me to do? And he's like, just do it. Just put me in the walls of Jericho. And he still did it, still went on to proceed with it, which speaks to the testament as to how badass he is. And then after that here, he was supposed to get out of the way, Chris Jericho that is, and it was planned, as it says here, that, you know, he's going to get out. And again, just what's up with those quads? Holy fuck. Just 3 times where it's just like it doesn't look like much. But man, let me tell you, I've tweaked my knees a couple times, never broken anything, twisted and a few things here and there, but because I've been like in martial arts and stuff like that, and right, that's what I mean by that. I've never been in wrestling like this, although I have wrestled, if you count my backyard as counting, or at the local park as a young kid, throwing my friends around. But yeah, it just shows you that even if something doesn't look like much, it could end up being pretty brutal. And I can only imagine how much it hurts. I mean, one of the worst things that have happened to me, at least I say in recent history, like in the last, I guess it's been 15 years already. I'll never forget this. I was living in an absolute fucking dump of a rooming house. I mean, this thing was just terrible because I'm poor. But anyways, that's not the point. And I'm at the top of the stairs. And back then I weighed like, oh man, I must have weighed like around 330 pounds. I wasn't quite at my worst. Pretty close to it, about 330, 340. I was looking like John Candy or Chris Farley. and I had my slice of pizza in my hand. I'll never, ever forget it. And I took one step down the stairs, and I think there was close to 30 steps, and the top step broke. Not because I was a fat prick, just because the stairs were garbage. They were on their way out. And I tumbled all the way down the stairs. And when I landed, I was on my back, and I'll never forget it. I still had the pizza, and it's like, I took a bite because my buddy at the time was watching me, and he was like, "Oh my God, dude, what the hell? Are you okay?" Because it was like, it sounded like an earthquake. Anyhow, I twisted my ankle, never broke it. But the pain that I felt in my ankle, not from falling down the stairs weighing nearly 350 pounds, the ankle. One of the worst things I have ever experienced in my life, and I've experienced a lot of shit. I'm not going to get into it in this video because we all know me by now. It's hard for me to make videos under 20 minutes long. So yeah, I might not be The Miz, Seth Rollins, Snoop Dogg, who, by the way, did I even mention that? He was given praise by Triple H and by me and by many others around the world for saving the day, because that was like all like on the spot, like, oh, looks like he's hurt. Oh, that's okay. Pop. Gave him the Snoop D-O-double-G punch right in the mouth. Not once, but twice. I think it was twice. So again, live events, you know what I mean? You got to make it up on the spot, and don't let Snoop Dogg's, gangster rapper persona fool you. He's a huge, diehard fan of wrestling. So yeah, it's going to be, the word's coming. Interesting to see how long Shane McMahon is out for, because it can take a while to recover from this. I remember Triple H, I think, was out for a while. Same thing with McMahon. He was in a wheelchair for several months. I'm just like, my goodness. I'm still a bit baffled as to how somewhat easy it seems to be, but it's easy for me to say because it's never happened to me. But anyhow, as always, if you like the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. I mean, it does greatly help support the channel with the algorithm. And if you didn't like the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs down, and I'll bend it in half, twist it, break it off inside your ass. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, I mean, naturally, that would be fantastic now, wouldn't it? But if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care, and maybe I'll see some of you in the next video. Bye for now.